when the personified Vedas, the Shrutis, the great rishis, the Shrutidaras. Shrutidara means those who have the Vedic knowledge in their chitta, in their consciousness. They're holding Shruti, all the Rig Veda, Samaveda, Yajurveda, Taraveda, the Shrutis, the original foundation of all Vedic knowledge, the root, the Vidya Mool of the entire Vedic Sanatana Dharma culture, Shrutis. Then later the Smritis, Puranas, Itihas, Mahabharata, and Ramayana, then Srimad Bhagavatam, Vedanta Sutra, then Srimad Bhagavatam. The Shruti Dharas, those great rishis, Mahajans of the whole universe, those spiritual reservoirs of unlimited knowledge, those paragon of munis and rishis, the Vashishta munis and all these great Atri munis, all these great rishis of the ancient past. They're called Shruti Dhara from Satyuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga. They had no palm tops and laptops and head tops and car tops and whatever tabletops. They had a brain on top of their shoulders. These rishis had a brain on top of their shoulders, and their brain was tops. They're called Shrutidhara. They're holding all the Vedic knowledge and all the Vidya and Paravidya, material knowledge and spiritual knowledge, holding it all in their consciousness and mind, and remembering it all, and had full capacity and access to all of it. They had unlimited hard drive capability. And their brains, the rishis and munis, unlimited hard drive backup storage space, 10 million gigabytes, 10 million gigabyte brains. These are Shrutidharas. And they are so renounced, the greatest Vairagis, the greatest Vidvam, the Vedacharyas and Vedic Mahajans, so much Vidvam and Tapabalam Vidvam. They heard the sound of Krishna's flute, the Vamshi, and they became Samohita. Nothing in the universe could ever bewilder these great rishis, the Shrutidhara sages of the ancient Vedas. They're up to calm, no desire to fulfill, no unfulfilled desire, completely peaceful minds and hearts. And they're Atmaram, internally self-blissful, relishing the greatest joy within themselves, no lacking, no need, no want, no craving. Shanti, peace and bliss. You may be peaceful, but not blissful. You're peaceful for now because you got fired. So a few days you're peaceful. Then you become agitated to find a job. So there's Shanti and Anand, peaceful. These immovable, these sages, these great pure sages and rishis, they are as immovable as the Himalayas. Krishna says in Gita, among immovable objects, I am the Himalayas. Immovable. Nothing could move them but Krishna's flute. Jago kalam samohitam. When they heard the sound of Krishna's flute, carrying that calm bijam of Krishna's flute song entered the ears of the rishis and sages, the Shrutis personified. It created desire in their heart. I want to serve Krishna like a gopi. Desire of love. The calm bij is the Madhurya bij. This is desire and inspiration and instigation for romantic conjugal love, amorous love. It appeared in the hearts of the sages, inconceivable and even bewildering to them. How is this happening? But the object of our romantic inclinations, the object of our intense craving is for immaculate love, a divine eternal relationship with God. We want to become gopis. We want to be Braja gopis. We want to be like the gopis and dance with Krishna in the rasa dance and hear his flute and run from our homes and be with him in Vrindavan. This desire awoken in personified Vedas. Then they did tapa and austerity. And they were born in Vrindavan, in this Bhoma Vrindavan, in the Prakat Lila, in the earth planet. 5,000 years ago, they appeared as gopis. The Shruti Chari, it's told in Padma Purana and other Puranas, and also in Bhagavad Purana. Shruti Chari gopis. Shruti Chari. Chari means to move or to follow. Those who follow the Shrutis, the Shrutidharas, these great, most exalted saints and sages and rishis, they became gopis in Vrindavan. To Jago Kalam Vamadrisham Manoharam. And these rishis became gopis with gopi deha, female forms, Satchitananda, spiritual bodies, to love and serve Krishna eternally. And they had Vamadrisham, they had beautiful, charming, dancing eyes, and beautiful, celestial, divine, feminine forms. And when they heard Krishna's flute, their mind was manoharam, stolen, and they ran to the rasa dance. This is being described here also. Chigo kalam Vamadrisham manoharam. Not only that, but someone else became attracted. The mother of the Vedas, I described the knower of the Vedas, the Shrutidhara rishis, they became attracted to Krishna's flute. So we're describing the power of Krishna's flute, the attractive sankarshan of Krishna's flute.